New Banks and Infinite. New Banks and Infinite. Rivers.
Welcome to the 2 for 2 podcast. I'm your host, Rivers, here today with some of my special friends, co-hosts. Banks is here, we got Infinite here, Wizzo's here.
Yep.
And today we got a very special episode. We have some special guests here. The lovely ladies from the Big Talks podcast.
Hold on, bro. You gotta get him a better fucking introduction than that now. Let's go.
All right, sorry.
Okay.
Let's correct this.
Why you
You talking about big talks here now? You saying? So y'all make some fucking noise for big talks.
Oh, wow.
They ran here with the 2 for 2 podcast today.
Purr. Okay.
Shout out to my brethren.
I just wanted always to say that purr. I wanted to know what it meant. You know, I never had the opportunity.
It's liberating, isn't it?
Some of the biggest and most inspirational podcasters in the Bahamas. They probably just
Stop it.
probably just came from pardon in Europe. Where were y'all?
I receive it. Speak it.
I personally was in Paris, yes.
Okay. Well, we can see that.
Yeah, literally.
City of love.
That's where I
the
got
time
this
of your
thing from
life.
in the front of me.
So how y'all ladies doing? How y'all doing? How you doing, Leo?
I'm good.
It's good, just good.
Just good.
How's your mental health? You look good.
Thank you.
You know I was getting on your buying all day. I love this bag.
Yeah, I got a haircut for the new year. That's right. Been going to therapy, so it's pretty good. Amen.
All right.
Love
Next
that
time
for
you go to
you.
therapy, care Rivers, would you please?
I feel like it's going somewhere.
That was personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't getting in
Bit
this
touchy.
business.
It's about
Yeah, so how y'all doing? What's going on? What's new?
Good. God is good. Glad
So-
to be here.
You ladies, on this show, we like to give our flowers. You know what I'm saying? I said it before. You are one of the most inspirational podcasts. To me, I could speak for me. You know what I mean? Part of the reason I started podcasting in the Bahamas, besides that and some other things. You ladies are really, really great at what you do. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate what y'all doing for the culture. May y'all continue to prosper and succeed in this space that we in. But
that's an orchid.
Thank
that isn't
you.
even a flower. That
I
was
know,
an orchid.
right?
yeah,
Have it
I
on the
think
record.
I know, right? You know, the orchids
bouquet
really
of
special.
Flower shop. You're a florist.
But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about today.
I just wanted to add on to that about big talks. You know, they've been consistent, bro.
Right.
Saying like compared to other platforms out there, you've really seen the consistency in how they actually build their platform for everyone to actually be engaged with the activities that they do with all their guests. A guaranteed show every week, even during the pandemic. You see them inside the cars doing the show, bro.
Lord knows.
You see what I'm saying? So that's showing you that's how dedicated they are to this, and you got to really give them their flowers for that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Give them some claps. Give them some round of applause, man.
I know which one it
I
is.
think it's,
That was close.
That was something. That was a little magical something.
You supposed to drop a clue bomb for them, my
Yeah.
brother.
Sound like a
mic
clover.
but yeah,
Thank you.
we got a few stuff to talk about today. But what I wanted to know was, what was y'all inspiration in starting the podcast, and like what brought y'all to the forefront to say, hey, let's do this?
Well, it was a really simple, funny story. So, Mandisa is my best friend. We had this thing that we called, quote unquote, Jeep parties, because she had like a Jeep. Whenever we were off together, we would ride around.
Which was very often.
You
Yeah.
think about the Jeep. I see it.
Yeah. We would
A lot of things
ride
happen in the
around and drink water because you don't drink and drive.
Be responsible beings.
And we had discussions, and it was just like, people supposed to hear this. Like, we just
Literally.
seen this in the Jeep. This
Yeah.
don't make no sense. We had another acquaintance at the time that initially started with us too, that used to be in the Jeep party. And I just felt like we can't just talk shit all the time. We need someone to assist with factual information.
Right.
And Leah came to my mind.
Wow. So Lee's the fact checker.
Leah had,
Yes.
I don't know what it was. She never told me anything about podcasts before, but I just messaged her and I was like, you would be interested? And she was like, oh my God, I always wanted to do a podcast. Let's go. When do we
Very
start?
dramatic, everyone.
So, just happened.
So what has been the most difficult thing like y'all have I guess, encountered as it pertains to podcasting so far?
It's a lot.
Well, I could speak for us. Time, just motivation on the whole. Like here, people don't realize how hard it is to get up and pod whenever you have the time to. You know what I mean? It's pretty hard to do. It's pretty hard to talk. People think like talking is, but you have to be responsible with your platform. You have to just set out the right message. You know what I mean? So what's some of the things y'all encountered that was difficult or was a nuance for you guys?
I don't know. That's a lot.
I probably would say I was gonna say getting in contact with like certain guests and so forth like that, but motivation wasn't the issue.
No, that was never.
That was never the issue
Yeah,
because
thankfully.
we did it in seasons.
Right.
So we had one season, we had one day, we really locked that down. That's what we do, and then when we done, you get a break.
Right.
I don't really know.
I don't know either. I mean, more recently, I guess trying to find a balance between not being too vulgar,
Yeah.
I guess,
Right.
and still being like radio, TV,
Radio friendly.
sponsorship, brand friendly,
Yeah.
because we want to be able to grow and excel, and that's kind of the best way to do it, like
Right.
with sponsorships. So that's kind of been a little tricky because we don't want to water down,
Right.
our authenticity. Feel like we selling out, but that, like she said, consistency, creativity. We've always been motivated, so that's a blessing.
Well,
I like to talk freshness.
Yeah, we know that. We know that from you.
I'm always motivated to talk something fresh.
You don't
We
partially.
know, we know.
I think I'm the Mandisa of our show. I like to talk freshness too.
I think
that's
so.
what you is.
Also,
Yeah.
too, as well.
He's the male Mandisa.
Yeah, that's cool. That works for me.
You literally the Mandisa. Yeah.
Oh my God, I saw what he did there.
Yes.
But yeah, for real, like I'm glad a lot of people is getting to this space in podcasting and creating on the whole. It's a nuance in the Bahamas, so appreciate everyone. A shout out to all the other podcasters in the Bahamas. Continue to do well.
Yeah, continue,
Yeah,
child, because it
man.
ain't easy.
Yeah.
I can be honest. I actually like the fact that we're supportive of each other in terms of
Yeah.
our podcast and their podcast. And it's been that one from before we even started the podcast.
But that's
You know,
that's how it should be. Like I mean, in the Bahamas and just naturally, people, whenever you get into the same area with people, they always feel like it's a battle or something that.
Yeah.
But I don't think like in the creative space you could work together and everyone could get the same money. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like a battle between.
Doesn't have to be competition. It could
Yes,
be
no.
collaboration.
Everyone can make money in this space and progress in the space.
or it could be friendly competition. Yeah, we don't wish anything bad upon the other persons or anything like that.
Right.
So let me ask you something. Where do you see Bohemians taking this podcasting next, to a further extent? How do you see it happening within the Bahamas right now for podcasters? Like, is there going to be, like how right now we all use YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and different platforms to release the shows, right? Are you guys interested in building like a dedicated platform where you can find every single Bohemian podcast show, as well as videos, music, everything, like on a website or an application, something of that sort? Do you guys see that happening soon, or is it something that's going to take a while to actually bring about?
I don't know about Leah and Mandisa, but I've never actually thought of that.
Yeah, no, I just was gonna say
That's
I
a
never
good
thought about
idea.
it, but that's a good idea.
There are a lot of other Bahamian podcasts that I personally was inspired by, but they don't all do visual, like the solid pods. But yeah, I like that idea, Clay.
And you can find all.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
I
That's
think
really good.
I think the fact that you said that may spark that
Yeah.
that movement.
Okay. Awesome.
Well, I have a story that has nothing to do with nothing, but I'll try to bring it full circle.
Jesus.
So I was 14, and I remember going to fish fry with some friends. This was a Sunday night. I came home like 2 a.m. As I was pulling up home, my old man was outside, in his boxers, shirt, and some slippers. So I already knew what time it was. Like I could have checked the temperature from the car.
Right. Then cut it.
So, so I walk up to the. I try and ignore him now. I trying to go in the house. So it just started like he going at me. Whoop whoop whoop. Where you been? You got school tomorrow? Wah wah wah. Yeah. So it started to get heated fast, really fast. Um, then it got physical. And that's when my mom stepped in. Instantaneously, all that aggression stopped. Like she diffused the situation instantaneously. And no matter how aggressive I got or how emotional I got, I could never see myself being that aggressive towards my mother. But in totality now, like looking at it, I understood what that moment meant. What having a father figure in a home, especially for a boy child, what it means. Fathers usually teach you how to channel your emotions because, women, our mothers, they tend to play with their kids a little more softer, they're more nurturing, they're more teaching, they're more loving. Fathers, they rough your kid up, you know what I mean? They might swing you around, might throw you up in the air, things like that. But they also teach you balance with your emotions. They always teach you how to, gauge your emotions. In this society, I feel as though that's something we lack. Like a lot of people lack the male figure in the home. And a lot of men don't know how to channel their emotions.
I wouldn't say only in the home. It's because a father could be a male figure outside the home once he's consistent in your life.
Right. And let me learn here because yes, there are a lot of fathers, there are a lot of male figures and father figures that aren't good fathers. Right. You know what I mean? So let me be specific. A good father figure in the home can teach or it gives a child a greater value. It gives them a higher percentage.
I'm saying in your life, not only in the home. They don't always have to be present in the household.
But
once
I'm saying
they're consistent in your life.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
difference.
is in the home it gives them a higher percentage. Right.
Yeah.
So it gives them a higher percentage, and we're in a society where a lot of men, and I don't want to go on too long about this, a lot of men walk around with emotional traumas, and they're not as emotionally intelligent as they need to be, especially pertaining to women and how to deal with women. Wednesday or Thursday night last week, I think I saw a video where this is alleged defense force officer, or immigration officer, sorry.
Immigration officer.
Yeah, immigration, sorry for the defense
Yeah.
force. Alleged immigration officer and some other guys got into an altercation with a female over some fender bender. I don't know the specifics on the situation. Truth be told, I don't think you should ever place your hands on a woman, especially in those circumstances. You know what I mean? I don't advocate hitting a woman, putting your hands on a woman, but we live in a culture where it's almost like a norm. Like we don't talk about it a lot, but a lot of women be getting abused from men. And that's something we need to rid ourselves from, and the mentality as Bahamian people. What are your reactions on like what transpired in that video? Because it's a sick video. Like I couldn't stand to watch the whole video. I had to for the podcast, but
We can do this round table or
however, whoever wanna.
let's start with
It
that.
was the kick for me.
Yeah.
It was the kick. Like, whatever was transpiring, right? Because there's a bunch of stories coming. You have the story where they're saying it's a fender bender. Then you have a story where someone was saying that she knocked down the guy's girlfriend. But that story doesn't really match up with the video because the girl that was holding the guy down, who kicked the girl on the floor, she went in that car, which was apparently the girl car who they was fighting. So how you holding this guy down and then gone in that car? What you going in that car for?
Right.
So it's the video is suspect. That girl in the black and white was suspect. The guy who kicked her, I just feel like everyone knew each other for some reason. I don't know. And I don't know what the altercation was, but it was the kick for me.
Yeah.
And you kick her where she knock out, and now she in critical condition.
Yeah. The thing about it for me was there were other men around.
Yeah,
Like-
but those are the two men left.
Oh, that was the big thing for me. too.
Like no one else stepped in, no other
one
guy.
stepped in.
Yes.
Like that was sickening to watch.
And the people recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just spoke about that on our last podcast. You know, people that are in dire need of help and they're being recorded
Yeah.
as they're in dire need of help.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But
I need him and his legs to
Walk right into Fox Hill prison.
Yeah. Just
that
shuffling.
leg, what the kicker, I need that leg.
Yeah.
Presented to you.
On a pedestal, I
And
need
just-
that leg.
Just going back to what you were saying earlier, because I was trying to figure why you was taking that long speech anyway, right?
I had to take it somewhere, I had to drive him on, you know, I had to give him a visual.
But it just shows that, you know, having a solid father figure foundation and a way to challenge, or not challenge, but
Channel.
your emotions and what's not, could lead to being respective to the opposite sex in physical altercations of that sort. Let's think about this guy right now who actually did it. Let's think about what possibly might have happened throughout his growing life, right? He probably was in an unstable home, I would say. No father figure around, or if a father figure was around, it was in an abusive relationship with his mother. Because now he is comfortable enough to actually hit a woman because he is actually grown up seeing that. You see what I'm saying? So that could actually go deep as to what would let him to actually kick on a already down woman in a head.
Hey, we
To
don't-
me, that's attempted murder.
we don't even have to take it there. Some niggas just think that cool.
That's the next thing.
Yeah.
But that is, but guess what?
Yeah.
They think it's cool because of what they actually witnessed or experienced growing up in life, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
your
see what I'm saying?
reality is a part of
I
your
don't think
perception.
it- exactly.
They've been desensitized to the situation.
Right.
Yeah, like your reality is your perception. So like Rizzo was saying, he may have grown up seeing that or not being told that that's wrong. Whether seeing it or not. So in his mind, what he's doing is normal.
Yeah, it's Mike tweaking.
Your holy cable.
Yeah, so what he's been doing is normal. He don't see the difference between it, you know. Me personally, women are not supposed, a man not supposed to place their hand on women from jump. If a woman gets up in your face, your first action is to walk away. Be consistent with walking away. Some women do overstep their boundaries, still does not give any man right to put their hands on a woman. Nobody should put their hands on nobody, really,
Exactly.
truly.
Yeah.
But he was really over the line. That kick, like Rizzo said, that's attempted murder, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you put that woman in the hospital. Like, what about her family and friends? You ain't thinking about which man, her family in Fox Hill, being in Fox Hill, or prepared to go to Fox Hill for you?
Right.
Come on,
It's,
man.
it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse going back to the people that record things like that, because what if that wasn't on footage?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But like we really gotta use our discernment, understand situations. Like if somebody's dying on the floor, you shouldn't go over them and record them. Situations
y'all
like
know-
that, yeah.
You know what he can blame, right? Alcohol.
Oh no, you
He can say he's
lost.
drunk.
I ain't good enough.
Yeah, they could
Trust
blame
me.
they could blame the soap when you drop it. That's what they could do.
Oh.
So, but for the recording part, right? It was good that it happened. But I don't know if there was a other male in the car when the female was recording. You know, people believe I'm not gonna get in that because that's not my business, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, but still, like, get on your phone, call the police, something.
Right.
I think Leah trying to say something.
Yeah.
No. I just think it's a matter of anger issues, because why would you be so upset to the point where you feel like you have to kick a woman while she's down? You know what I mean?
Literally on all fours.
Yeah, she was already down.
You
Went
take
back and kicked her.
you take a visit to through the inner city, and you know, sit down and you hear these people's stories, and sometimes you realize that some of these people don't even have a chance. Like they've grown up around all of this aggression. Their mom is a hothead, their father is a hothead, their Grammy is a hothead. That's all they know. And that's something that I think we need to address at the core. Like anger. Why are we dealing with that?
Yeah, the generational trauma. That's the
Comes
thing.
down to mental health. in the Bahamas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really need to take that more seriously. And I don't want to advocate for women that put their or place their hands on men as well. You shouldn't, like I said, you shouldn't. Nobody should be placing their hands on anybody. But men, do your best to defuse the situation, walk away, whatever it is you have to do. But like that shit, like that, like man,
Hold on, dude, get locked up yet?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
custody.
allegedly, he's in custody.
Well,
He
they
is
don't
a-
they don't do that anymore.
They cancel that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's that?
2022. The walk of
Parading
shame.
criminals at the magistrate's court.
yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Wayne stopped
Yeah,
at
Wayne
8.
stopped
Yeah.
as soon as he reached.
So what did they do? Because I ill
They just-
advised on this.
No, yeah, they stopped it. But I mean,
So
they
they
were
pull you
still
up in the bus and
mentioned.
just walk in through the back nine.
Yeah. But they were still mentioned on the news
I
that
actually-
so and so was charged
Yeah.
with this and that.
I like that though because now that actually preserves your innocence in the physical.
Right,
You see what I'm
right.
saying? So I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
But here in the Bahamas, not the guy with the video. In the Bahamas, you're guilty until proven innocent. It's not innocent until proven
Only
guilty.
because of that walk of shame, to be honest. Because you go into court, you won't even get convicted or charged officially as yet.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
Shackled
You just
and
shackled
paraded in
walking
front of
into
a
the
crowd.
court on the news, but you weren't even guilty.
Weren't they implementing a system where they don't even take them from the prison? Like they go on video calls.
What do you mean?
They'll do,
Office of the public defender.
yeah, they would do a video call from prison to the magistrate, so they don't actually have to go to the court no more. I thought they was implementing something like that.
Yeah, only I think that's for like mediocre cases, small cases.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
But like I said, innocent until proven guilty. That walk of shame, it adds to it. But you charging me and you don't have enough evidence to even prove that I'm guilty.
But guess what? You put me on the walk of shame before you even prove that you don't have no evidence on me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm already guilty, like you said, before I
No,
can
see,
even be.
in order to get to the walk of shame, you have to be charged first. They have to charge you, not
No,
convicted.
to get the walk of shame, you got to get arrested first.
And charged. Charged. You have to get charged to go to
You are
court.
charged at the police station.
Yes, you have to get charged to go to court.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
But the official charge
Okay,
isn't
charged.
until you get in court. They can say that they're about to charge you, but you're not officially charged till you go to the courthouse.
No,
Not
you
convicted.
Get you get charged. You get
You
convicted
get
in court,
charged. Thank you. You get charged
And then
to
you
go
get-
to court, to go to remand.
and then you get a sentence.
Thank you.
Yeah, you get charged in station central. But
Yeah.
any of you guys seen the situation with Pete Davis and Kanye West? Kanye allegedly wants to beat Pete Davidson's ass.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. But I could see that coming, you know what I mean? And the reason why I could see it coming is like, I feel as though, and I don't want to advocate for him doing it or Kanye saying this because this could potentially cause some things on a. Well, let me put it in perspective. The Game and Kanye West brought out a record, and on the record, Kanye said that he wants to beat Pete Davidson's ass. Now, when I saw the pictures of Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, and from the bot, I know that was trouble. Like I know Kanye wasn't down for that. What happens is, like, I don't see it being fit that he says that in a song, but then I understand where he's coming from because
What do you think he meant? Sorry. What do you think he meant when he said that?
he wants to beat his ass. Why I think he wants to beat his ass? Because they're playing with his emotions.
So how he say it? Because I ain't hear it.
Let me see.
All right. I could actually go into, because I watched one of Kanye's interviews the other day, and he spoke about how Kim actually invited him to that Saturday Night Live show. The same show where she kissed Pete Davidson.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't want to go around like the reason why I brought this up, right? Because what Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are doing in terms of like going public, she just announced the divorce and all these things. They're going public with taking pictures on dates and stuff like that. You know the type of aggression that's going to push towards media, Kanye West. Like this man is clearly still in love with you.
Right.
When is it too soon for you to move on and make it public? Especially after coming out of a relationship or marriage with such a long tenure.
I think that is but I think the time frame is kind of customized.
Also, we also had to give Kanye round too, because Kanye got in public first with someone else.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Julia Fox.
Not Julia Fox. Before that, it's another
There was a
IG
lot
model.
of
Oh, yes,
casualties.
yes.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
remember.
casualties.
Yeah.
But they wasn't claiming like
But
they
you
were
went
dating.
public with them.
No, they was at a fashion show together.
And that
It
public.
was like paparazzi
You
pictures.
talking?
Not,
he
but no,
talking.
I'm talking about their Kim's situation. It was known that they were in a relationship. The girl that they saw Kanye to a fashion show with, that wasn't like there was no claims that them two were dating or anything like that.
No,
Yeah,
but
but you was
Kanye,
comfortable
bro,
enough.
what you talking about? Kanye was seen on balconies with half-naked women and shit, bro.
It was in half-
Like, bro, but at the end of the day, you know you're going through a separation or
All right.
divorce, and you still public with other women,
Let's
knowing
not
that you're trying to fight for
let's
your
not
marriage.
deviate. Let's not deviate from the question.
But you
Yeah.
just asked how soon is too soon to go public with someone else after a breakup.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Like, how soon is that?
Yeah, but I just don't give him
I
wrong.
think it customizes to each relationship.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's conditional,
right.
definitely. Because if me and John announced that we have broken up, right?
Yeah.
Officially. However, sometimes we could have been in a relationship just there, holding on for the public because it was a public relationship.
Right.
And I think watching some of Kim's episodes, she had mentioned it was like that. Like Kanye was living in Wyoming, where it was.
Right.
She already tried to get a divorce a few times. So I don't know if it was like a lovey-dovey, committed
Well, what-
relationship.
I think it was like that in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, like closer to the end, like right
Yeah.
before the divorce. So I'm saying that to say mentally, it was over a long time before the public knew.
But what do you say? What do you say in instances where you know your said partner still has feelings for you?
That's not
Like,
my problem.
Do you take? There we go.
That's not my
You don't
problem.
take no accountability for nothing. Nothing. But do you take into account that person that you were dating, their feelings
No.
after breaking?
No.
I agree with him on the condition that if I know I tried and you wasn't trying and I was trying and I done.
Right.
Now that you ain't done, like you say, that's not my problem.
Preach, sister.
Do you take into accountability what can happen or what could transpire with the person that you're with now? Because now Pete Davidson is the man in the middle. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
Hey.
situations like that where, let's say, I move on to a different situation. I was in a 2-year relationship, 3-year relationship, and I move on to a different girl. And now the girl that I'm with catching heat from my ex-girlfriend because she feels as though I move on. Is your concern on the person that you're with now, currently? Or how do you maneuver around that?
I am not responsible for anybody else's action but mine.
Okay.
My ex
So you
should
don't
not.
care?
No, she should not do what she's doing.
Yeah, but it happens. That's what I'm saying to you. It happens. Even if she shouldn't do it, it happens. So what do you say, or how do you take into accountability what may happen to this person? Because for me, if let's say I'm Pete Davidson, hey, we ain't need to take no pictures. Hey, cut that short because I already know what comes with that. You
Well,
ain't
if that's the
putting-
case, then y'all shouldn't be together.
They
No.
don't work like that.
The person I'm with now, she should say to me, if she's not comfortable, I will respect the fact that she's not
No,
comfortable.
no. What I'm saying is if you are worried about that, saying not taking pictures, like you say, if I could be
It's-
with you, I'm not worried about what my ex about
It's
to
not
say or
only
do.
it's not only that. Okay, some niggas is get into relationship with girls who are the ex gang banger. You think I want to be out or seeing with this girl or taking pictures of this girl and her ex boyfriend have 10 bodies on him? Like, come on. Like, you have to take into accountability those situations. So I'm just saying, like, how do you maneuver around that?
Like
Okay, so I know of a situation where a friend of mine, her ex is, I guess, a gangbanger, and he, I guess he may have a body or two, whatever.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you know, he may or he may not. It could just all be talk. Either which way, he's known to be very hot-headed. When I found out that she was talking to somebody else, it might have been maybe a month or two after they broke up. I thought that was too soon, knowing the nature of the ex, and because they have a child together.
Yeah, that's another circumstance.
Yeah. So 1-2 months was a little too soon for me,
Right.
and I'm not even in the situation.
Yeah.
And when I asked her about it, I said, "Does your new friend know about your ex?" And she was like, "Yeah, he knows, but his head ain't no good either." And I'm like, "So we could
Want
just
a wrestling match?
I mean, what you want to do? I mean,
Show out.
I know your baby daddy don't know about this new one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So what we doing? Like, where you staying? Like, are you gonna be here? Are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be? And I thought that was too soon. A good time for that, I would probably say 6 months. But then again, there's something called a conversation.
Right.
If you were that eager to move on or anything like that, just make sure all
Bodies, no.
parties know what's going on and everyone has been communicated with.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let them know. Let's have a conversation because we done.
Right.
Yeah. Let's make
Me
it clear.
and you, we are done.
Right.
So if you see me with anybody or whatever like that, if you decide to pop off or anything like that, I will put a restraining order out on you. I will go to measures.
Right.
But that's another thing too. Sometimes you have people who's dip.
Some of them restraining orders ain't gonna work if
That,
the pussy good.
right.
You see what they saying?
Tell
Yeah.
you that.
No, you have some people who double dip because even though they may be with a new person, they may still go back to the ex.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful of those things. So I think about 6 months, but if it is earlier, let a conversation happen. But I do agree with Naldo. You over there, like your situation, if you had a new girl and the old girl was still messing with the new girl, you needed to put your old girl
Yeah.
in
In
check.
check. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
You see?
But I'm saying you still have to keep and count like all parties. Like you still have to be accountable to say, hey, I know how this person is. I don't wanna in no way, shape, or form approaching this person when I'm not around.
Right.
That's gonna happen. It could happen. You see what I'm saying? So you don't I wouldn't advise you to just be all nonchalant, oh, I don't give a fuck, I can do whatever.
Right.
Like have consideration of people's feelings. That's all.
So a little twist. Let's put ourselves in the shoe now, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
all of us
like-
at this round table here is the axis, right?
Semicircle.
Semicircle.
It's like a VG.
We all the axis, right? And our ex been double dipping, like you said, with us. And now, so we've been talking. You're casually having sex here and there, whatever the case may be. Now you go out with your friends and you see your ex out with their new boo. What's your reaction?
Oh, I don't care.
knowing that they double dipping.
Oh no, I don't care. Because I probably dipping too. I dipping with you and I dipping with the sauce over there.
Me personally, I don't get any though. Like you done.
Yeah, we
done.
better fucking work.
We done.
You ain't got no emotions. You got anything to say here?
Yeah, I would definitely care.
Yeah, you know, that's what humans do.
You know,
we care.
like, especially if we're still dealing on some level. Yeah, I would care. I would probably be very upset.
She's a woman, because I expect
She was
that.
like,
What
let
does
me make
that
it
mean?
clear. I'm mad.
No, I'm expect that from a female because you know, women are much more emotional than we are. I expect that.
But I don't care.
I
Not
think-
all women,
Thank
like
you.
Mandy
I
said.
think
gonna
for
say,
me,
what am I?
No,
I
no,
think,
you think
I
very
think for
logically
me,
though.
I don't care as long as I don't see y'all together.
That's true.
No,
So
don't
they
mind
say-
me now. I don't care. Once I over you, I over you. You know. how
No,
we
but
go.
we talking about we all double dipping right now.
Oh, we double
So you
dipping.
saying- So
All right,
we
yeah.
know we break up, but we still got our little vibes together.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
I
Say
would be
something.
upset.
You know what the fun part about that is? Because even if I see you, I still looking and I looking at you, pour in your eye. And you know the sad part about it is you texting me right now telling me you coming over after you drop off.
Yeah, that's them. That's them, Mandy.
See, I don't do the
That's them.
games. Like I don't do the games. Like
game
that
for
would
me.
really bother me.
No, that ain't no game for me. Me and you are done, but we know that we dipping.
So why do you have someone else?
Yeah.
I got-
Why are we still dipping?
For me, I don't double dip because I don't wanna. I try to avoid that. I don't double dip because if I done with a female, I ain't having sex with her no more because I kind of opened the gate for her to come lay down outside my room window and all that extra shit.
Sometimes
Sounds like a personal.
listen, sometimes the pussy is worth a little double dip. He dipped the nugget twice.
This is me.
wow.
One thing I learned in this world is plenty good pussy out job. Ain't plenty good dicks out job.
There you
There's
have
only
it.
a few of us.
a lot of hey,
It's actually a lot, to be honest. They're actually a dime a dozen.
a lot.
There are options.
A lot of lakes with piranhas. I might as well let you know that. You better watch where you're dipping your dip. Your stick.
Anacondas. And Brie, how would you feel?
I don't know. It depends. I like Leah said, I think I would care just for the fact of it's an ex, but you know me. Like it wouldn't be. I would probably call Mandy and be like, I just see John with Shelly. You just call me la 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 la. Anyway, what we doing tomorrow? Like I just need to vent.
What should I do?
To me,
No, it ain't gonna
Like
be
I
what
say,
should I do?
Should I slap
I don't care unless I see y'all together. When I see y'all together, that's probably the end of our vibe right there.
So, are you going to approach her?
No, I ain't gonna approach you.
Now
I
I
just
will.
cut it off.
I
Leah, you
most
going to
definitely
approach him?
will.
Yeah, I just cut
What are
it
you
off.
gonna say?
Never.
I don't see y'all
But
together.
really? Like, really? You just come from my house. You really just text me this
Never.
morning. You
No,
really
it
just
ain't
said
even-
you just love
no,
me. Like,
no.
I pull it seeing. I
No,
pull it
now see,
seeing.
Leah, that is when you
love
become an unknown to me.
Why?
So I can tell you this. I have this superpower where I can erase people from my memory.
Oh, so
That's
tell
if
me,
somebody I
No, right
don't really
then and there,
care
I erase
about.
them.
tell me the truth. Y'all don't love toxic shit sometimes.
No.
Never.
No.
I like it to the extent. I like my woman a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
Not
like
crazy
it-
is
like
where we can catch a case and you can actually do certain things. I don't mind her threatening me, but don't do it.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
do
Mandy
this.
Don't do it.
Smith
Try
from
it.
the
The thing
blue
is- the
skies
thing is
of
what-
Nassau, Bahamas. Naldo just told us that he does like a little bit of
Crazy
crazy.
women.
everybody.
Yeah, like
I-
threaten me.
No, but
Don't
some of the things-
actually do it. Lie to me, tell me you can do these things,
Yeah, but
don't
that's
do
your
it.
woman, not your ex, right?
Any one of them, just threaten me. Don't do it for real. Though. Don't do it for
Can
real.
you define what type of crazy things you into?
Like toxic shit, like, I don't fuck with you no more. You see me, you in your feelings, you want to try to, pull a scene because I don't fuck with you no more. That kind of shit. Maybe breaks with car tire. That's
No,
about it.
no,
That's
don't
the
do that.
extent.
Don't do
No,
that.
that's
Okay,
what
maybe
tires.
the car tire
I
is
don't
a
want
bit
to do anything
extreme.
else. No, I mind.
A lot of the
tires.
things that men consider, some men consider crazy is just a woman acting like how they're supposed to act when you
Yeah.
do
Crazy.
fucked up shit.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what if I leave you alone? Like, what if I'm just...
Excuse my language.
Your mic tweaking all the way. Check.
So, if I'm done with you all the way, I don't bother with you, I don't double dip, we don't speak, and you see me on my new boo and you pull this in, am I just like, that's not you acting the way you're supposed to act?
Oh, no, I didn't know. I thought we were still on the double dipping scenario.
Oh, no.
I don't do the double dip. Because I feel like you say, if I double dip, I give you leeway to do whatever you want to do. Act or
Yeah.
feel however you want to feel. Because I'm wrong in that regard. I'm
Yeah.
playing with your emotions. Because to
Yes.
the one, when we having sex, I tell you all kind of things still. I still miss this. Oh, God. Making all kind of noise. So,
Don't lick my
This
nipple.
nigga is toxic.
You lick my nipple, that's it.
This nigga is toxic.
Baby, I love you.
Because if you still saying the same shit what we was doing when we was together, why you saying the same shit?
Why not?
that's why I don't double dip. That's why I don't. Because I can say all them things. I will. I definitely will.
Let me
I'm
ask you.
saying the same shit.
Let me ask you a
You
question.
ask me any same shit, but who pussy this is? This was yours. It's
No,
not
no, no.
anymore.
Yeah. Don't set yourself
I
up.
could drill you and tell us mines again.
Don't set yourself up.
You probably ain't grind no more than
Like,
that.
why would you? Why would you say that?
I'll drill a back and tell us mines again. Who and again? Oh, yeah, it's yours. All right, then. I thought so.
I keep on saying the next name.
You get slapped right up.
Last time we have
Ivan
sex.
John, and I call him Billy.
Last time we have sex.
But I'll move on from this. Before I move on from this, y'all ladies think us as the 2 for 2 podcast is a toxic podcast? Just an honest answer.
You're
Before we move.
toxic.
Oh,
Me?
sweetie.
You're
I might
toxic.
as well tell you. Y'all know that.
You're
You want
toxic.
confirmation, eh?
He's emotional.
What'd you say? What'd you say for me?
You're emotional. You're toxic. and
emotional?
You're toxic. Yeah, you carry more of the emotion.
He like a sly toxic.
He's a sly
Naldo
toxic.
was more
He's a
forward.
bold
Thank
toxic.
you.
So it's like any girl
You-
come here and set herself up, she set
Yes.
herself up. But I feel sorry for a girl with
Undercover
this.
toxic?
I appreciate Bria and Mandy. See, the boy just as toxic as me. He just slide with it.
Yeah,
I
man.
get down with a slide, baby. Just toxic. Come here.
This
Anyway,
toxic runaway.
So,
No, you got some girls who love that though. They love that strong.
yeah,
Y'all
Yeah.
we do.
need therapy.
But a lot
All
of
three
emotional
of
Freaks
trauma.
need therapy.
A lot of emotional
That's what it
drama.
is.
But before we move on, I mean, as we moving on, let's try to get to a little more productive conversation in terms of investment in our country. I see that we're recently getting over the pandemic,
Trying.
quote unquote, Hubert Menace. Oh, sorry.
What happened?
Sorry, no, sorry with that. Yeah, we're recently getting over the pandemic, and more people are now venturing into entrepreneurship. People are investing more. Foreigners investing in the country. I've seen recently in the past few days that Pharrell is, and David, his name is David Gutman, if I'm correct. He is a nightlife extraordinaire and entrepreneur and a hospitality, um, I guess extravagant, whatever the word is I may be looking for. But
Let's just say an investor.
yeah, an investor in nightlife and hospitality industry. They're opening, they've bought the beach towers over the Paradise Island, and they're going to transform it into this new futuristic outdoor, indoor hotel. What are y'all thoughts on opportunities for Bahamian to like branch out into different fields? Because I feel like there's a certain spectrum of people that invest in large quantities in this country. And it's time now, I feel, for the small investors to start getting into new ventures. It may be technology, it may be more hotels, more restaurants. What are your thoughts on Bahamians venturing out and starting to, I guess, invest in the country more and turn this country into more of like a new age, futuristic country? There's like my boy here, he has an app. I don't know if you want to shout out your app.
Mobile Stomp.
There we go.
Shout out.
That's a one of a kind app here in the country. Yeah, you can do all the drops and everything. Ba-bam, bam.
Yeah, he have the good ones over there.
Yeah, but your mic
He got
on.
the good ones. Look what he give me.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to see Bahamians starting to venture out more. I see that we're bringing a Red Lobster. Allegedly, we're bringing IHOP into the country. So more Bahamians are venturing out there. More opportunities for people to invest and capitalize on investments. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I can start up.
Yeah.
I like that we bring in something like an IHOP down here, right?
Amen, Jesus.
But we also have Bahamian companies that make the same cuisine. Why can't we
I was
build
just
those
about to
into
say that.
franchises that we can then export
Right.
out of the Bahamas?
Right.
Why are we waiting for the only thing to export, which would be a new entity, would be cannabis? You see what I'm saying? It could be more than that. It could be pow. It could be, what did we just say the other day?
Yeah.
That'll be
One of those.
You see, there's a lot of different great business ideas that we can
Authentic
actually
Bahamian.
invest in and help them get to the next level.
Well,
What I really wish we had down here was a Shark Tank.
Well, that's what I was about to ask just now. Do y'all really think that people that are in position to capitalize on our investment or ideas, that they take us seriously? Like if I were to come to said
And
millionaire in the Bahamas and hey, I have an idea of this. Whoop, 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 whoop.
but see, that's why I say
What's the percentage you think that they take and they invest into
it
that?
all varies on the value of the business that's actually being pitched, and that's why I'm saying, like, if we had like a Shark Tank kind of show over here where we had, say, Sabas, Flowers, what's the boy name from Sunshine, the Sunshine Brothers. You see what I'm saying? And all these different millionaires that we know actually are Bahamians and in this country right now come together on the panel and watch a bunch of different entrepreneurs pitch their business idea to them. And if they like it, they make an offer. You see what I'm saying?
We have too much black crab syndrome over here.
Yeah, it's a,
That and the ease of doing business is non-existent, I feel. I mean, there has been some adjustments to the process, but the ease of doing business in the Bahamas is horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, no. Agreed.
Customer service, horrible. Horrible. Like
Yeah.
to bring something, it's ridiculous. We spoke about this on the last podcast.
Let's not go there.
We should not. we should not have to be. We should not have to be spending an excess amount of up to 85% to bring anything into this country. I don't think that that's feasible. Like as a company, as a country that we're not that. I guess we're not a wealthy country. You know what I mean? Majority of majority of the population is average or below average or poor, you would say. We shouldn't be spending an excess amount of 65% to bring a vehicle in. I don't think that's feasible or that's
Hey.
even economical for people to live off
But that
of.
ain't even it. You thinking you're paying 65% on the vehicle. You actually paying more than that. That's
Yeah.
only the customs duty breakdown of what you have to pay.
Right.
You still have landing fees. You got freight. You got processing fees. A bunch of documentation fees. And then they got VAT on items which they don't never list on the receipt. You see what I'm saying? So what is these VAT on items? You know what I mean? So if they would say like customs is 65% including those fees, that would be more understanding.
Right.
You know, but by the time you didn't pay customs plus those other fees, you didn't pay 100%.
I think the mindset of the people is a lot of people believe, and a lot of people won't even pitch the ideas because they believe it'll be shut down before it's even looked at.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have an idea of a lot of
who you
people.
know.
Yeah, that they
which
have the
circle.
mentality of fair before anything. So it's kind of sad, but I hope that we begin to invest more, begin to create more. One thing I want to see start to revolutionize in the Bahamas is product making and more factories and producing.
Fact, yes.
Yeah, so we don't have to have the need to import everything. You know what I mean? Some things can be produced and manufactured here and distributed here. So I don't know. Hopefully it comes to fruition sometime, but I don't know.
That also brings more jobs for Bahamians and everything like that. So that'd be much better if we do that. We start that off.
Yeah, but like I said, it takes the forward thinkers, the innovators, and the people that just willing to go out there and do things.
I think it starts with the head.
Yeah,
Big time.
it does.
It starts with them.
Everything starts with the head.
Like what, Rivers? Give me an example.
Yeah, since you're so sure about that.
You see the sly, toxic shit you trying to do?
Yeah. Sit right there.
No, because see, me and him have this argument all the time that we just alike. But he's telling me, no, he's better than
We
me.
getting back on sex.
No, we getting
He's
back
having
to-
a nice,
No, we
productive
talking about
conversation about
toxic.
the country. Now you want to talk about sex
No,
again.
toxic, not sex. Sex is on your mind. I say toxic. You're just as
And I
toxic
bet you,
as I am.
while they talking, niggas still lying on sex.
You know that, right?
Right.
I guarantee you that.
But yeah, for real though, like we need to like even in creative spaces, like we're being more privy to YouTube and social media. There needs to be more creatives, more entrepreneurs, bringing forefronts and studios and creative spaces where you could go and I guess people could lay out their ideas and thoughts. Now I'm starting to see that with this new generation, more people are thinking outside of the box, and I'm glad and I'm happy for it. I'm extremely happy for the direction the country's going in terms of like just forward thinkers.
Don't say the country, say this generation.
Yeah, this generation, you know what I mean.
Some of them still
Yeah, I just was
back in
gonna say, it ain't in the
1972.
Yeah, because the Christian Council they don't want certain artists to come in to perform, which could bring money into the country as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess.
That's why you gotta move without the Christian Council knowing.
Right. So one thing before we end off this podcast, ladies, if there's something new, or if there's something you haven't learned yet in pertaining to podcasting and creating on the whole, what is it that you would like to see, or where do you see yourself as three podcasters going in the future, with your business or personally, if you want to share that before we leave? Just as pertains to creative, like what you do creatively, because you ladies are creatives, and you know.
I I definitely see us more on shows,
Shows on.
international shows,
Yeah, more hosting.
more hosting.
So what do y'all think? I was thinking a long time ago about a live podcast, like where we have an audience and people
That
could
would be-
ask us questions. We can interact with our guests live.
Oh yeah, we've put that on the table before.
That would be nice. That would be
Yeah.
real nice.
Right.
That's something you could do this year. You don't really need no big platform.
Yeah,
for
we
that.
we can't have
Yeah.
gatherings and stuff like that now, right?
I think so.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
They had
Like
parties.
an intimate crowd, yeah.
Back
Yeah,
when we had
15,
them.
20 people.
Yeah, like in a hotel or a conference room or something like that.
I just said what Bree said.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're all right. That's something we could look into.
As a matter of fact, these ideas we pitching, we should start these ideas ourselves.
Yeah.
For someone else taking
Might
it
as
around
well.
with it.
What else
Just
to do?
Might as well. Ain't nothing else to do.
A bunch of $1 million ideas on this episode of 2 for 2 podcast and Big Talks.
Exactly. This was a great podcast, to be honest, you guys. I want to thank you, ladies, for. I don't know if you have anything else to say before we leave off.
I would just like to tell the people that saw me choking on the side of the river.
Are you joking? I didn't notice
I was trying to signal to you, like, can we take a break? I need some water. I was trying to suppress this cough. I'm okay, guys.
Hey, this is
Oh,
a very.
Lord.
Listen to me. Let me tell you, this
Oh,
is a
Lord.
very transparent show. So if you're choking, let me know, please. Because I
You
may
was
not-
supposed to whop him in the back of his head.
You're about to die.
I swear
I
she
couldn't
straight.
breathe.
And we
Like, my
recording.
eyes was
I
watering.
say River CNC, he passed the water bottle all the
I
way to
passed
my
the whole
diesel.
water
Yeah, I
bottle
saw
to
that.
you.
I did not say. I saw
He
that.
was so
Who then
engaged
gets
in
up?
conversation, but I saw
Pass
that.
it
I
to
said,
Leah.
Leah, I am so
happening?
sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I did.
Leah's okay, guys.
I
the
did not.
sound of facts.
I did not see you near that to me on the side of me. I did not see that.
I was fighting for my life.
Wow.
Listen, I saw it, right? I just thought you were thirsty. I didn't know you were choking. I see you like,
Thanks.
Well, there you,
Thanks for
well,
that.
well, there you have it, an exclusive near that experience on the 2 for 2
Jesus
podcast. Only here is where you can find it. Only
Thank
here.
God.
But
Thank God for Mandy.
yeah, honestly, it was a great show. Thank you, ladies, for coming out and
Thank
sharing
you
this
for having us.
Thank you for
no
having
problem.
us.
Could have you anytime.
Y'all calling us back?
Huh?
Huh?
What's that?
Y'all calling us back?
Yeah,
Hey, we
of
gotta bring
course.
them. We gotta bring them back on our show so we can play a game with them.
Of course, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we can
Say,
get you
say.
drunk.
You know we like games.
Yeah.
I
We
guess
can
that was,
see.
that was the plan today.
Hey,
them right
thanks. Me and you can put this one together. We can let them sit on the side.
Yep.
He's worried about too much.
What up?
You.
Why? What I do? What I
No,
worry
we can
about?
put a game together for these girls to play.
All right, then.
You see,
Getting
it's
toxic and nasty.
Oh, Jesus.
ain't just questions.
Whoa.
That's how you get in a position right
That's
there.
how I
right?
got in
Stop
this
it.
position right now.
Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, it was a nice podcast, ladies. Thanks for coming by. Like I said, continue to do well. Continue to create. in
Y'all
this
too,
space.
man.
Huh?
Keep it going.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Do
We
not
will.
give up.
Yeah.
We will keep pushing.
Struggling.
Keep pushing. Push your P. Pushing P.
Pushing bees all year.
That we doing. Pushing B's all year, all year long, straight through. anything else you got for us, Mizzo, before we leave?
Nah, I was just gonna say stay blessed. I know you're gonna drop the Serenity Prayer anyway, so I was waiting on that.
Yeah,
Let me
let
see if
me-
you memorize it this
Let
time.
me get my drops. May the universe grant us serenity to accept the things that we can't change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Let me get my drops, please.
Bing.
Let me get out here. No, let me get my drops. Click your mic off.
Bing
And
bong.
that was going so
That was
long.
going so long. Like,
New banks and infinite rivers.
Why you always got something like that?
I don't know, but you asking me?